Hello everyone, myself lecturer Aditi Anil Kushare, Master of Pharmacy in Quality Assurance Techniques. Now we will discuss about the pharmaceutics 2 experiments. In that we will discuss about emulsion, introduction to biphasic liquid dosage forms emulsion. An emulsion is a heterogeneous system consisting of at least one immiscible liquid dispersed in the form of droplets diameter, that is 0.1 micrometer to 100 micrometer, is called dispersed phase, and the liquid in which the globules are dispersed is called continuous phase. The two immiscible liquids cannot be dispersed for long period, so an emulsifying agent having the peculiar structure in which one end is a hydrophilic and other is a lipophilic is used. Because of that, it is possible for emulsifying agent to form a thin film at the interface and reduce the interfacial tension. So let's see about the classification of emulsion. That is, the simple classification is oil in water, O by W type, and water in oil means W by O type. In this oil in water O by W type, we have oil is an internal phase while water acts as an external phase. While in this water in oil type, W means water, which is an internal phase, while oil is an external phase. There are the tests to decide the type of emulsion. There are total 4 tests, that is the dye test, dilution test, conductivity test, and fluorescence test. So the emulsifying agents can be divided as follows. The emulsifying agents are natural, semi-synthetic, synthetic, inorganic, and alcohols. So in natural there are 2 types, vegetable source and animal source. In vegetable we have gum acacia, tragacanth, agar, pectin, starch, then eriomos, that is chondrus, and animal source means wool fat, egg yolk, gelatin. Semi-synthetic, methyl cellulose, sodium carboxymethyl cellulose, that is sodium CMC. Synthetic, anionic, cationic, non-ionic, which containing charges. Anionic means containing negative charge, cationic, positive charge, non-ionic, that are chargeless. Inorganic, milk of magnesia, magnesium oxide, magnesium trisilicate, magnesium aluminium silicate, and bentonite. And the alcohols, that is carboxylates, cholesterol, lecithins. Then emulsions for oral mixture are made with naturally occurring gums as they are inert with the respective therapeutic agent. Acacia is the best emulsifying agent for extemporaneous preparation for oral emulsion and are the stable over a wide range of pH, that is 2 to 10, but they are too sticky for external use. The tragacanth increases the viscosity, however it is not good emulsifying agent. The monovalent soaps which form O by W, that is oil in water type of emulsion, means in which oil is an internal phase while water acts as an external phase. This O by W type of emulsion are not useful for oral mixture as they cause hemolysis. Preparation of emulsions. The following methods are commonly used for the preparation of emulsions on a small scales, that is dry gum method, wet gum method, bottle method, and other methods. First of all, let's discuss about dry gum method. In this, first of all, we have to measure the required quantity of oil in a dry measure and transfer it into a dry mortar. Then add the calculated quantity of gum acacia into it and triturate so as to form a uniform mixture. Then third one, add required quantity of water and triturate vigorously till a clicking sound is produced and the product becomes white or nearly white due to the total internal reflection of light. The emulsion produced at this stage is known as primary emulsion. Then fourth one, add more of water with the trituration to produce the required volume. Then the following table shows the proportion of oil, water, and gum acacia required for different types of oils. Serial number, type of the oil, example, ratio of oil as to water as to gum. So first of all, fixed oil, example, castor oil, almond oil, arachis oil, cod liver oil. The ratio of oil as to water as to gum is 4 as to 2 as to 1. Second, volatile oil, that are turpentine oil, peppermint oil, and cinnamon oil. Ratio of oil as to water as to gum is 2:2:1. Third one, mineral oil, liquid paraffin, ratio of oil as to water as to gum is 3:2:1. Then wet gum method, second method of preparation of emulsion is wet gum method. In this method, the proportion of oil as to water as to gum for preparing the primary emulsion is the same as given in the table. Calculate the quantity of oil, water and gum required for preparing the primary emulsion. Then powder the gum acacia in a mortar, add water and triturate it with gum as to form mucilage. Then third one, add the required quantity of oil in the small portion with the rapid trituration until a clicking sound is produced, and it will becomes white or nearly white. At this stage, the emulsion is known as primary emulsion. Then fourth one, add more of water in small portion to the primary emulsion with the trituration to produce the required volume of uniform emulsion. And fifth one, transfer the emulsion to a bottle, cork it, label and submit. Then third one, bottle method. Bottle method is used for the preparation of emulsions of volatile and other non-viscous oils. This proportion of oil as to water as to gum is 2:2:1. First one, measure the required quantity of the oil and the transfer into a large bottle, add required quantity of powdered gum acacia. Then second one, shake the bottle vigorously until the oil and gum are mixed thoroughly. Third one, add the calculated amount of water all at once. Then fourth one, shake the mixture vigorously to form a primary emulsion. Fifth one, add more of water in a small portions with the constant agitation to produce the required volume. Then recommended containers, screw capped plain bottles. Special labeling instructions are shake well before use as it is a liquid dosage form. Then NMRs, these are the solutions, suspensions or oil in water emulsions of medicaments intended for rectal administration. Container is a single-use plastic pack with the rectal nozzle. So in next session we will see about the experiments. Experiment number 33. Title of this experiment is to identify the type of given emulsion by dilution method. These are the different methods of identifying the type of emulsion. Learning objectives are to understand the method of determination of type of emulsion by dilution method and ability to determine the type of emulsion by dilution method. Apparatus used are test tubes, pipettes, etc. Stepwise procedure. In first step, we have to take 5 ml quantity of emulsion in test tube, add equal quantity of water, shake the test tube and observe it. In second, take another 5 ml quantity of emulsion in another test tube and add equal quantity of oil, shake the test tube well and observe it. So for actual performing of that particular experiment in laboratory, we have to identify the type of emulsion by dilution method, and previously in last experiment we prepared that particular castor oil emulsion. So we will take that castor oil emulsion for testing as it is of which type, O by W or W by O. So we are having this sample of that particular emulsion, 5 ml in each of this particular measuring cylinder. So in this first measuring cylinder 1, I am going to add again the 5 ml of water into it. So let's see, I am going to add again 5 ml of water into this first test tube, and in second test tube I am going to add the 5 ml of oil into it for analyzing the type of emulsion we are doing this. So now let's see, in this first measuring cylinder, the phase separation does not occur or this emulsion cannot break. So we can say that this emulsion is of O by W type, oil in water type. As we are going to add water into it, still this phase, that external phase does not going to change. So we can say this is O by W type of emulsion, O by W type of means oil in water. In this, oil is the internal phase, water is the external phase. Now in the second case, let's see the separation is seen. So as this separation is seen and we have seen the two phases separately, let's see here the two phases are get separated. So we can say that in this second test tube, as the emulsion breaks or the separation of the phases occur, so we can say that this is W/O type of emulsion, water in oil type of emulsion, as we are going to add the oil. But in this particular, as previously the water is the external phase, so we are going to add the oil which is the internal phase. So in this case the separation occurs. So in this way we can prove that if we are going to add the external phase, as it may be oil or water, then there may not be breaking of system may not be seen, means phase separation will not be seen. But in this case, as we are going to add the internal phase, then in this case our system will get break, that means emulsion will separate. So we will prove by this first measuring cylinder, as we are going to add the water and also this particular emulsion or sample will contain water as the external phase. So in this case the emulsion does not break or phase separation cannot be seen. But in this second measuring cylinder, as it contains the O/W type of emulsion, and we are going to add the oil which is the internal phase, so in this case the phase separation will be seen. So in this way we proved that if we are going to add the external phase, then there is no phase change. So after performing this experiment, we have the observation table in test tube 1, that is in measuring cylinder 1. We have the observation emulsion does not break, means inference this is O/W type of emulsion, and in test tube 2, that is in second measuring cylinder, the observation seen is emulsion breaks, means the inference is this is W/O, water in oil type of emulsion, in which water is the internal phase and oil is the external phase. So result of this experiment is, from the above observation, it is concluded that the given sample of emulsion is O/W type of emulsion, that is oil in water, in which oil is the internal phase while water acts as the external phase. Thank you.